Yeah, please let me know once you're able to see my screen.
Yeah, we can able to.
Okay, great. Yeah, so yesterday till here we have discussed, right, this reconciliation account thing, correct? Any confusion? Anything that came up in your mind after reviewing the class or
No, Deepak. Actually, I created my own company and company code and all that stuff.
mm-hmm.
So for me, till now, no doubts because successfully I could create customer and master also, like material master and all that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Maybe you
till
can try in that case one thing, Vishal. You can take the same data, whatever we are referring. You can take any
okay,
data, but since we are checking this sales order, so you can try creating the same data. Put your customer here, okay? Instead of using this number,
okay,
you can try creating with your customer, and let's see if it is succeeding or not. If it is not succeeding, then try comparing your customer with this customer. What is missing? Okay.
okay, okay.
Like this, it will help you eventually. Like slowly, we'll learn what data is missing.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. No, till now I did get a few errors and all, but I could actually correct them and do it accordingly.
Yeah,
So
most of the standard error, that error will be very, what do you call, very clear and explanatory itself. And
correct.
let's say if you're not understanding, then if it is standard error, then you can get help from SAP as well. Okay, I mean SAP. Like you Google, if you Google also, you will get a lot of solution. Okay, so
Yeah.
that you can try. Okay.
Huh.
Maybe we'll create one customer for our testing purpose, so that once we define our order type, sales ops, anyways, this org structure we have defined by our own. We
Okay.
can try our own customer also, and then we can try to place that order with our customer. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have covered this reconciliation. As I said, reconciliation is a account GL account which will come into picture while we create invoice. Okay. And customer is I think FBL 3N, or GL is FBL 5N, or maybe it could be vice versa. You can check in the system. Okay. Uh, I think yes, 130 came. Okay. So this mainly in company code level, this is important for as I said yesterday. Okay. This terms of payment is nothing but it's kind of agreement how the payment will be made. Generally, when you go to a shop or you go to any plant to buy something, generally we pay in cash, or let's say with a credit card or something like. But in company, since the payment will be very huge and they have the cash flow stuck somewhere else also, so generally they don't pay at the time of purchasing. Okay, they will have some sort of terms of payment. Let's say they will say, okay, I will pay 50% after 10 days, then remaining 50% I will pay after 20 days. Okay, so these all things are coming under terms of payment. So here also, if you go to our customer also, so there are some terms of payment involved in this. Let's go to BP. As I said, you can just close it to avoid confusion. You can just click here, you type your customer, click OK. If you go to finance, you go to company code. You see, this data is not coming. Why? Because we have not entered company code yet. Okay. You can press F4 here also, or you can click on this button as well. Okay. So you see how many company code is extended. You see, this terms of payment came 004. Okay. And if you press F4, you will see you see, baseline date is end of month, like 14%, 2% cash discount. If the payment term is 002, then the payment has to be made. Let's say the customer pays within 14 days. Okay, then you will be giving some 2% cash discount. Okay, and within 30 days, you have to pay full amount. These all nothing SD consultants are worried about. As I said, this is purely finance part, how the payment will become and how they will enter all those data. But just for understanding, you should also know what is terms of payment and what is basic understanding you should also have. Okay, so there are multiple terms of payment already created in system, so we just assign it. And one more important thing, let's say we have 004 in the customer master, right? And let's try to create a sales order again for the same customer. 001 will take over, will take 010, 10. Let's take this. Let's post it. Let's say I'm giving TG 12, give some quantity. Okay. Now, if you go to header, as I said, customer is applicable uh, at something called the complete order level. So you the data or the applicability is on a header level, not on the item. Okay. Now, if I go to billing, it has taken 001. Why it has taken 001? 004. Okay. Okay. So you see there are two terms of payment. One at a company code level, one at a sales area level. Okay. So since we are into sales order now, so we have something more specific like this customer, and under this cell, let's say any data you maintain at two places. Okay, any data, not only the payment term. Any data you maintain at two places, let's say at a company code level or at a sales area level, then in the sales order level, generally system considers the data whichever is maintained in the sales area level, because this is something more specific to that transaction, right? Because we have taken this sales area for our sales order. So system generally takes this value. Okay. Now if I go to my sales order, so 001 it has taken, but you see system on all the master data, not only this customer, be it material master or all those things, generally how SAP works actually, it refers the data of customer master or the master data and it copies in the sales document. But still you can change it. Let's say 001 has came fine, but I do not want 001 for, let's say, for this particular sales order. I can change it to 002. System will allow me to change, you see. Similarly, if you see the input term is EXW, but I don't want this EXW, I want something else. I can change all this data. Most of the data which is coming from customer master or material master, that you can change at the time of creation. Okay, you see, I can change this as well. In the customer master it is EXW, but in the sales order I have taken CIP. Similarly, if you go to shipping, let's say it has taken shipping condition 01. Why? Because we have maintained as 01. Okay, but let's say I'm trying to change it to anything else. Let's say 02. It is asking that you have changed the shipping condition, so there will be some shipping related changes in the document. So I want to redetermine everything. Okay, fine. You see, it has allowed me to change 02 as well. Same for checkbox also. If, even if the checkbox is there in the customer master, I can remove it in the sales order. So what system is doing? System is proposing all the value which is there in the customer master, but I have the flexibility to change all those data. Okay. Now let's go back to our document again.
Uh, Deepak, one question
Mm-hmm.
actually.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, is it I mean, in this case we changed, right?
Right.
Uh, will it be necessary to change every
No, no,
single
no,
time?
no, no, no,
Nothing.
no.
It depends on each sales order, right?
Sales order, yeah. Generally, see, let's say there is a customer. Okay, let's take a practical example. Let's say there is a customer who always pay you. He says, okay, you give me the goods, I will pay in 30 days. So
Okay.
mostly he follows that practice. But sometimes he may come up and say, that boss, I'm running without of cash and I don't have money. So for this particular delivery, or let's say for this particular sales order, I will pay you after 60 days. So what you will
Okay.
maintain in customer master, you will maintain which is most frequent. So you will maintain 30 days kind of payment term in master data. But for that particular sales order, you will change it to 60 days payment term. Correct?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So
Got
always
it.
think from the practical point of view how real world works actually. Okay. So
Yeah.
mostly which is mostly being used that we maintain in master. But you can anyway, as I said, anyway you can change in the, because what you enter in that sales order, no, that becomes the highest priority. Okay, whatever
Yeah.
coming from, and also there will be two things coming in your sales order or any transaction. Okay, one thing is coming, this data or whatever data we are seeing here, it is coming from customer master. That's something coming from master data, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes some data will discuss when it comes actually. Okay, so few data will be coming from your configuration as well. Okay, When the same, as I said, let's say this payment term was coming from company code and it is also maintained in the sales area. So system has which payment term system has given priority? The sales area payment term. So similarly, if similar data, same data is coming from a configuration and same data is coming from your master data, then system always give priority the data which is coming from configuration. Okay. I don't recall a few examples. Maybe once I recall, I will give you this example. But just for learning purpose and how SAP works actually, in most of the places it will work like this only. Be it order, purchase order, plant order, anywhere. The flow or the what do you call the rule which SAP follows is same only. Okay. Let's go to our document. This all payment history record. You don't have to worry all this payment term and reconciliation account. These two are important for us. You can read all these data once I will share this document. Okay, now let's go to sales area data. Okay, we'll also since we are in the where is our customer? Yeah, this is our customer. Here are the sales area data. Now you see all these fields, sales district. These all are master kind of which area or which district this customer belongs to. These all are not mandatory. You see here it is blank. Okay, as I said, SAP has given all the options to be whichever is could be possible in a real world scenario. SAP gives all those options. But as I said, most of the functions we don't use or any industry don't use. Hardly 20 to 30% functionality people use. Maybe one company is using some other 30%, maybe the other company will be using some other 30%. But I have never seen any company who is using like 80 to 90% of functionality which SAP gives. Because SAP has given so many things, so many options. Okay. So this is nothing but a kind of district region wise. Sometimes what happens in let's say any company divides a customer region wise. As I said, east, west, south, north, some kind sort of distribution they have, and the management asks for the what do you call for the revenue report from the east region only. So you can ask the developer boss take this field as a key field or a criteria, and from here you can distinguish which customer belongs to east region or any region, and then accordingly they can prepare the report. So if a field is available, you can always prepare a report, and they can that report can be sent to the higher level or to the management level. Okay. So this is nothing but sales district. Now let's say customer group. What is customer group? This is nothing. Let's say what do you call? It's very simple. Customer group. What does it mean? Let's say it's large scale customer, it's small scale customer, it's retail customer. So nothing but grouping of customer you can do. SAP has already given few customer group already, but if you want, we can also
It can be regional customer groups also, right? Like,
right.
uh,
Any sort of grouping. It
okay.
depends on business how they want to group the customer. Maybe on the type of sale. Let's say someone is buying a huge amount of good, they can segregate the customer based on that grouping as well. Okay, I'll group my three customers. So that kind of thing you can do. Okay, grouping. Sales office, sales group. As again I said, these all will be proposed, but not mandatory. You see, it is blank here. This is not important for us. Now this is something which is important. Let's go to document maybe because there it has covered all those fields. So see sales district, sales office. Okay, these all you can maintain. Customer group you see bulk maybe you can maintain in like this bulk customer. Okay, low dealer, low distributor. Okay, these all you can maintain. But where it these all fields will be helping you. These all field will help you in pricing as well. Okay, some mostly these all consultant uses these field for pricing. Uh, let's say it's a bulk what do you call bulk customer. Okay, and generally if you must have seen in general real world also, if someone is buying a huge amount of or huge quantity, then generally they get some sort of discount. So you can maintain the pricing at the customer group level. Okay, whenever there is a customer group P1 comes into picture, we will give some 2% additional discount. So in pricing you will maintain based on this customer group. So you have that control to maintain this pricing and all. And also as I said at the end reporting purpose also you can use this customer group. Okay. Now basic classification currency. Yeah, this is not important that much. This currency is important. The currency which comes in your sales order. As I said, again, currency will be, you must have seen when we configured, I think, the sales org, right? There also we had some currency, correct? Same here also, customer has some own currency. So when you are placing order for a particular customer, that currency comes into picture. Let's say in our case, what currency we have maintained? Euro. Okay, now if you go to our sales order which we are trying to create, you see it has taken euro only. Okay,
If we change it into INR, let's say, assuming that if we change it to INR, will the conversions happen in the pricing?
yeah, you see that message came. Exchange rate will be redetermined.
Okay.
Okay, let's press OK. Now if you go to item level pricing, you will see one thing I'll show you. If we,
Yeah.
you
Mm,
see the price we have entered in euro,
correct.
but you see the final value came into all the INR.
Okay.
Here also, if you see, this is the document currency for this line item, so it has INR.
Okay. So the conversion has taken itself automatically, right?
Right. But conversion doesn't take happen automatically. This data somewhere we are maintaining. You see, one
Yeah. Exchange rates.
euro with the relation, all these exchange rate, these all exchange rates are, as I said, these all are completely financial transaction. We will, but we also need to know where we maintain and where we can see the conversion values and all. So
Okay.
here you can see if you double click on in that condition type, you can see that conversion. Okay, if you just double
Mm,
click in this one, you can see those values. But this value system is not proposing by its own. That finance
okay.
consultant maintains this data, this conversion values thing. Okay, then only system
So
converts it.
yeah, assuming like exchange rates keep changing every single day,
Right. Right. Not every day. Generally, exchange rate doesn't change every day. Okay.
okay.
System it's not feasible to maintain data every day. So generally, finance people maintain data maybe in 1 week or 10 days or 1 month. Generally, monthly
Okay.
basis they maintain.
Okay. Okay.
So this is how they maintain that
Got it.
changes.
Got it.
And
Understood.
I also this is completely finance thing. Okay, we don't bother about this, but sometimes you may get error. Let's say here the conversion was maintained from INR to euro, so you
Yeah.
got your value converted, right? But let's say
Correct.
that finance person has not maintained that conversion ratio, then you must have
Mm-hmm.
got some error that currency is not conversion rate error. Something you will get that error you will get somewhere in. Okay, so that this is for your just for what do you call it, for knowledge only. This data is completely conversion rate is completely controlled by the finance people. We sales people never interfere with that data. How much conversion rate has to be there, where it has to be maintained. All those we only see and we see the pricing, everything. Okay, it is converted as per that value. That's fine. That's it. That we don't bother about that. Okay.
Got it. Got it. Yeah.
And so currency we have covered. Switch of rounding. Where we have that rounding thing. Let's go to our customer. This is rounding. See, these all thing you can just select it, and then as I said, you can go to F1, and then you can read the. No, go back. You can select it, and then you can press F1, and you can read the document what this field does. Okay. SAP, as I said, SAP gives a very proper and accurate information. You see, switch of rounding indicates whether the rounding should be switched off for the customer. The system rounds up the quantity in sales order depending on the rounding profile. Okay. Let's say you have here if you see example also at SAP has given. For example, the system could round 5 unit to 6, which could correspond to one cartoon. Let's say in cartoon you are selling six materials. Okay, in each cartoon you are selling 6 unit. Okay, or 6 pieces. So and you have entered only five. So for sell that five also you will need one carton anyway, right? Because that five is somehow more close to six. So system automatically rounds off that value. Okay. This rounding happens at multiple places. Mostly in pricing it happens. In quantity also it happens. But this is just for I have never seen any company who is using this quantity round off thing. Okay. But for a knowledge purpose, you can have this thing that we do have a quantity round off also in customer master. Okay. Similarly, in pricing also that rounding round off happens. We will discuss when we will discuss this pricing and condition type. We will discuss that as well. Okay. Then this order probability. Let's say there is a customer who always places order and he always buys. There is nothing what do you call no disturbance in the order. So that you can maintain as 100%. That means that customer is placing an order and it's always delivered. There is no hiccups in that those order for that customer. But there is some certain customer. Let's say they are placing the order, and after a few days they are like, okay, I don't have money. I'm running out of cash. I don't want the order to be delivered now. So you understood, okay, this customer is not very reliable, right? So sometimes he is taking the goods, sometimes he is just placing order and then canceling, or let's say he is delaying the order. So those kind of data, something you can maintain. Okay, this probability of this customer is of kind of, let's say, 50%. So if he places 10 order, so there is a chance of that 5 order may be delivered and 5 order may not be delivered. So that data also you can maintain. This will help you when you have very less. Let's say there is a customer who has the order probability of 100%, and there is another customer who has the order probability 50%, and you have, let's say, both customer came for one quantity and you have only one stock available. So obviously, company will always give the preference who whose order probability is 100%, because that customer is more reliable and more what do you call, more what do you call, most suited business partner. So in those scenarios, this order probability field can be used to determine who I should deliver the goods. Okay. Now this is item proposal. Where is it? Item proposal then. Yeah, this is something. Let's say there is a customer, okay, who is always coming and buying, let's say, 5 material always, okay, or let's say 10 material is always buying the same 10 materials. So each time you don't want to enter those 10 material manually here, right? Though it's quite possible, but it's not feasible. Like, you have to enter, okay, this material, then again quantity, then I'll maintain another quantity. This, it takes me time to enter 10 material. Let's say there is 100 material, then each time I cannot enter that 100 material. It will waste my end user time, right? It will waste my time also, and eventually it will take delay the business process as well. So we have that provision, item proposal. If a customer is regularly placing a similar item, so instead of entering the item manually, what we do, we create some sort of list. Okay. In VA51, let's go to VA51 quickly. So it's nothing. It's just a list. That list is also something. Again, it's, you see, the screen looks more or less like a sales order screen only. We have some document type. We have sales area. Okay. Let's take any standard one. Let's continue. Now you see. So I can give the item proposal anything. Okay. If it is there, let's see. Okay, it is not there. Let's say test. Okay, and I'm giving this TG12. Okay, I'm giving TG13. Quantity also I have that options to be entered. Let's say 1 and 2. Okay, and let's save it. So now you see that number 50008. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's maintain this 6 in our customer master now. This data. This is all you can try. I'm just giving you one example. So this is all you can play around. Since we have very less time, we cannot waste time with it, but I'm just giving you one example here. 50008. Okay, now let's save it. So what I have done, I created a list. That list is nothing but this number 50008. Okay, let's go to display. Now we have saved it. Now see what will happen when I create a new order. As I said, since we have done some changes, we need to open the transaction again. We go to VA01, we put the sales area, we put this customer, we put this test, and somewhere that option must be there. Item proposal, some button must be there here only. Okay, let's go where we maintained that. Okay, I think but I think we are not. Okay, it should have taken. Let's see why it has not taken. Order additional function, propose item. So see, it has taken. Let's say I'm proposing. I go to edit additional function, propose item. Okay, it has already automatically taken the data or the list which we have maintained. Okay, now I have few options here. You see, default without quantity, default with quantity. Let's say we click on default with quantity. This is availability screen. You see, the list what we maintained in that 5008, it has automatically taken the same data. Since it's two material, you must be thinking why to maintain that list I can enter that. But let's say there is 100 material. So I cannot enter 100 material again and again. So I can just go with with this option. I can always create that 100 meter like just within few clicks. And as I said, this quantity can be copied, or you, let's say you don't want that quantity, you just want that material list in quantity. Let's say I want to change manually, so that also you can do. Okay, and advantage of this list is it's independent of customer. You see, when we created that list, nowhere we entered that customer number. So that list is something independent. Let's say there is another customer, similar customer 101 00003, and that customer is also buying a similar kind of good. Then again, I can use the same list to that customer as well. Okay, you go to header, you this one propose item. Now say let's I'm clicking on default without quantity. You see there is another option, selection list. There is a, let's say there is 100 material, but I want to select only few. I can click on this and then I can select manually. Let's say I have selected 99 and let's say or 90 material and 10 material I don't want. I can just click on this and then I can copy. Okay, so these all functions we get in the item proposal. Let's close it now. Look, let's copy anyway. We have centered it. So though it's a customer master, we maintain this thing, but this is also a interview question. What is item proposal? They need to tell in simple language. You can say it's a list of material and quantity that we can create and we can assign it to the customer master. So whenever we are creating that order for any customer, we can copy that list in the sales order without entering all those material one by one. Okay, this is the function of this one. Now exchange rate type. So whenever exchange is happening, there are two things coming into picture: the exchange rate type and the actual exchange rate value. Let's say from USD to INR you are converting. Then you have one thing. Okay, one euro is 100. What do you call 100 rupees? Okay, let's go to customer master. Where is that currency? Right. So you see, these all exchange rate type also comes into picture. You can maintain. Let's say. Where is our Excel? Let's go to our Excel. कहाँ गया? Let's say I'm maintaining this is euro or this is let's say to USD and this is my INR. Okay, 100. I can still maintain 1 and 90, but in that case that exchange rate type will be different. Okay, let's say here I'm using M, or let's say I'm using N. So now you see I have two exchange rate maintained. I cannot maintain the same data even if this field was not available. I cannot maintain this data like this, right? System will get confused which data to be taken. But if I have another field, then I have some unique entry, right? Whenever exchange rate is M, then the exchange will be 1 USD equal to 100 INR. But when the exchange rate type is N, then I can have another value for 1 USD. It could be 90 INR. Okay. Again, as I said, these all are financial terms. So when you maintain this exchange rate, not you actually, basically the finance person maintain the exchange rate. They need to maintain like this only. Okay. Let me just go to the T code. I don't remember the T code. Let me see what is the T code for the exchange. I think OBB9, but let me quickly see it so that I can show you maybe. Yeah, OBB8, OB08. Okay, let's go to OB08. OB08. So now you see, let's go to display. So as I said, this is exchange rate type. You see, so we have one thing as a one what do you call $1 equal to this ratio is also there, and we have this exchange rate type as well. And also you see the validity also you can maintain. Let's say beforehand you know that okay, in this month I will be selling $1 equal to 100 rupees, and next month I will be selling $1 equal to 90 rupees. Let's say for another next month I will maintain $1 equal to 200 rupees. So you have that field as well. Okay, and you see one more thing, you can see this kind of functionality. I have seen multiple places in SAP. You see, only I have given valid from. I have not given valid to. So when I say valid from, system takes the end date as infinitive. Okay, let's take maybe some good example, then I can explain you. Uh, I don't know whether something is maintained for INR or not. Okay, let's take this one. Maybe it has an INR. Okay. Now you see it has taken a date. M is exchange rate type. As I said, it's only when you have multiple exchange rate then you use this field, or the finance consultant use this field. M is there. We have given from date and one SAR equal to 16 rupees or something, right? And I have given only from. That means from this date to infinity, always it will take this value. Okay, let us go to our Excel. I'll show you one thing. Let's say I have given here, sorry, 1st of March. This function will be this kind of what you call behavior will be used in some other places also. So I'm just giving some time to explain you. Uh, let's say it's USD, and here we have INR. I told you this is applicable from, this is from date. Okay, let me put this one more column here. Exchange rate type as well. Let's not change this, let's keep it M only. 1 USD, I told you 100 rupee. I gave a date of 1st March. So any date from 1st March it will take 100 only. But let's say I maintained something here 20 March. Okay, 20 March 2026. And then I have M, and then I say 1, and I say 19. Then automatically this value is only valid up to 19 only. You see, even though I have not maintained that to date, I have only maintained from date only, but system understands it. Okay, from 20 onwards we have another value, right? That means this value will only be, what do you call, only be valid till till 19th of March, because from 20th it will have another value. Sometimes you may get confused, okay, why this 2 is not there. Okay, I've seen few people, even after some year of experience, they get confused. Why we have only from date, to date is not there, maybe something is wrong. So it's not wrong, this is how SAP behaves. Okay, so where we okay, the exchange rate type is done. Then PP customer procedure, that we call it a product proposal. Okay, uh, this function we will be using. Let's say you are buying a mobile from online store, right? So you must have seen automatically you get that kind of proposal that okay, you need to buy, or maybe you may like to buy that screen guard or the back cover of that mobile, right? This kind of functionality you must have seen the online shopping. Similarly, when a customer, let's say, to give you example, let's say someone is buying some goods, right? Or let's say some machine a customer is buying. So there could be some kind of disposal, or what you call, some bed or some related stuff that could be also be required to run that machine. So that you maintain in that proposal, that whenever system, or let's talk about that mobile example only. So whenever that customer is purchasing mobile, system will propose to that sales employee. Let's say I am the person who is entering the order in the company. I am the end user, the person who enters the data in SAP. That, so generally we call it end user. Sometimes maybe it could be salesperson as well. So I am placing the order. I place, okay. Let's say I don't know what is mobile and all. I just indicated, okay, someone has come and one mobile I'm entering. So I got that proposal. Okay, maybe that customer may also want that what do you call that cover and a screen guard. Then I can ask that customer, boss, you do you need screen guard as well, and do you need this cover as well? Then maybe that customer may say, okay, okay, just add it. Anyway, you'll buy it, so you can add it, and I'll how much it is costing. Okay, I'll take it from you only. So for those functionality, we use this. product proposal procedure. This is another functionality like we have the item proposal, right? So similarly, the product proposal is also another functionality, but as of now, just remember. So this is the function of product proposal. How we maintain and how system proposes all those, we will see later once this topic will be covered. We will see because as of now, we are just discussing the customer master. So we have one field for product proposal procedure as well. Okay. Then price group. Again, it's nothing. Just give me 1 second. Hello. Yep. मैं कुछ देर में कॉल करूँ एक मीटिंग में हूँ. Okay. Yeah, sorry. So price group again. Let's say as I said, it's just nothing but you can group. Let's say you have a certain group of customer to whom you want a different kind of pricing to be happened, and then you have another group for which you want to have a different type of pricing. So you can maintain this price group accordingly. Okay, and then where is this price group? Must be in the customer. So let's go to customer master. You see this price group. You can see all those options here. You can go to that customer master. Okay, when you have time after this class, you can just see what and all options you have. Then you will also get a better understanding. You see the bulk buyer. So obviously, when someone is buying in bulk, I will definitely try to have some sort of discount to that customer, right? Because it is always buying in bulk. Let's say occasional buyer. Why I will give discount to the occasional buyer? We don't give, right? If you are running a business, you will definitely not give discount to occasional buyer instead of bulk buyer. So some sort of segregation you need at the pricing as well. So you can use this field. Similarly, similar kind of feature you can use with the customer group as well. But you see, SAP gives all those options. Whether you want to use it, you use it. If you don't want to use it, leave it blank. Those fields are not mandatory. Like in here also, if you see, we have not maintained this customer group, this price group. But still, I'm able to create my order. I can create the delivery. I can do the billing. But what if my business asks me, boss, segregate the customer based on this criteria, and I want to have a different pricing for all the group of customer. For bulk customer, I will have a different kind of pricing. For occasional buyer, I will have a different sort kind of pricing. Then you can use these options. Okay. Then customer pricing procedure. This is important field to us. You see, yesterday, if you have noticed, I have changed it to, I think earlier it was some other value. I maintained it to 0, 1. So where it helps, if you go to your document, let's go to our document only, which we were trying to create. Okay, I'm not entered quantity. Let's put some one quantity. Go to item. Okay, so this is what we call it item level pricing. Okay, generally pricing happens at two places. I don't know whether I told you earlier on. So pricing happens at two places, one at a header level and one at a item level. So what kind of pricing will be at header level? So let's say what do you call? Let's say government has imposed some sort of duty that whenever you are selling above 20,000 and the customer needs to pay some 100 rupees to the government. That kind of requirement it is there. You see, this requirement is not at all related to item level. Whenever my value is exceeding 20,000, that customer needs to pay that 100 rupee. That's it. So that 100 rupee you will be maintaining at a header level itself. And what we maintain at item level? The item price. This material price is 70.55 euro. If you go here, since we have zero quantity, it is not giving us value. Let me put some value for line item 2 as well. Let's say I'm putting again 1 here. This is availability skin, okay? Just for understanding, you can see this as of now. This is the availability skin. It says me on third I can deliver one quantity. Okay. I said okay. Where it comes from, it confirms in schedule line. Here you can see this. Sorry, not on third. Sorry, you see, I am creating order on 3rd of March. You see, so this is what I given the date or the customer wants. But since I don't have a stock, SAP has recommended was I can deliver the goods on 16th of March. So I agreed on that one. So that's why SAP has created two lines here. If you go to the back, here also you see this customer, this material customer wants on 3rd of March. But SAP said, okay, boss, I don't have stock on 3rd. I have stock on 11th of March. So you see, another date has come. On 11th itself, that confirmed quantity has come. We'll discuss all this. When we will discuss availability, we'll discuss. But since we are in the 16th, so I told you. Okay, now let's go to condition. Here I maintain 17.55. If I go to the next one, you see different pricing I can have. So this is something we maintain at item level. Now, these all are conditions. Okay. And what this will does actually, this pricing procedure, if you go to analysis, then you see this is your pricing procedure. Okay. Don't confuse with all these things. Just see this value A100002. Okay. This is your pricing procedure. If someone asks you what is the pricing procedure in a document, you need to tell this value A1002. Okay. How it is getting determined? That is being determined with the help of pricing procedure determination. The T code is OBVK. Okay, let's go to display. What was the sales org we have taken? 1010. What was the distribution? I think it was 10, right? And division also, I think we had what we taken in our sales order. Let's go back. 10 and 00. Okay. Close it, put it 00, and let's click OK. You see, this is what it has taken, right? This is our sales area. This is our customer pricing procedure. There are few fields, 5 fields basically, which controls the determination of pricing procedure. Okay, first, second, third, fourth, fifth. So based on this 5 field, you can have your pricing procedure. You see, this is our sales area. This is 01, and where this A is maintained, you see document pricing procedure. Yesterday itself I have changed, but maybe you people have not noticed it. So let me go back again. We are using the document type OR. Okay, so if I go to OR document type, the order types we configure in VOV8. Okay, I go to position, I go to OR, double click here. You see, here we have maintained this document procedure A. Our sales area is 1010 Document we are using OR. OR has a document pricing procedure A.
A.
Okay, the customer, what we have customer pricing procedure 01. So system has taken this pricing procedure. Okay, this is very important interview question. This is very frequently asked, even in 5 year of experience. People ask this question: how this pricing procedure gets determined? So you need to tell this value, this thing. I think OBVK is the T code to determine the pricing procedure, and there are 5 parameters: sales of, distribution channel, division, document pricing procedure, customer pricing procedure, and based on that, we get this pricing procedure determined. Then maybe the interviewer may ask you where we maintain this customer pricing procedure. Then you need to tell them in the customer master. If you go to sales area data, if you go to order tab, then we have, you don't have to remember this exact pricing static, that's not required. Even if you tell this much also in the customer master, sales role, under sales area, under order tab, that is enough. Okay, here we maintain customer pricing procedure. Okay, one more thing, sometimes this, okay, where is our customer, this yeah, though it may not be asked, but since we are here, let me tell you that as well. So you see here one condition is appearing PRP0 in the determination. So what it does actually, let me go to our sales order. And if I go back, you see this PRP0. So whatever condition you maintain here in the determination, that condition will come in your sales order line item level at the overview screen itself. You see, we are at the overview screen. Here itself I get that condition type. So I can enter that value. It's not mandatory anyway. If you don't get this option, or let's say there is another condition ZP or P1 something, so that's fine. You can go always go to your item level, and then you can maintain whatever value you want to maintain for each condition. It is just for helping the end user. As I said, it will be helpful if they get this screen here itself, they can put the material here and they can put the price directly here itself. Okay, so this is the function of this condition type, that it appears at the time of creation, at the time of entering the material itself in the same line. We get that condition type and we can maintain the value. I don't have to go to item level, and I don't need to go to the condition tab. From the first screen itself, I can maintain. So just for helping the end user. But sometimes, as I said, in some interview, I have seen these people ask what is the function of this condition type that we maintain in OBKK. So you need to tell that thing, okay? Any confusion till now? Anyone?
No, no, no.
Okay. This pricing procedure we will discuss later also, but as of now, you just need to remember this thing that based on these five fields, your pricing procedure gets determined. We will discuss this pricing procedure in detail, the condition type, the access sequence, the condition tables, okay, the condition records. This all pricing itself is a very big topic. We call it the heart of SAP SD because anyway, as I said, if you are selling something, the price is very critical thing, right? Even if you have sold million of goods, right, but the pricing was wrong, then everything is wasted, right? The management will kill you. Why you have sold the wrong prices? So pricing is very critical, even though it looks very simple and sometimes okay, what will happen? Anything else goes wrong, that's fine, that can be manageable. But if the pricing is wrong and you have delivered the good, it's very difficult in the real world to get the money from the customer who has already consumed the goods, right? They will never agree. They will say, why you have quoted the wrong price at the sales order? Now I will not pay you, and you cannot do anything in that case because you have created the invoice. That's a legal document. Okay, and also not from only from this point of view, in from the other perspective also, the pricing is very critical. In simple way, we see okay, this much is the price, this is the tax, this is the total value. That's it. But when you do a business, there are multiple condition types that will come into picture, multiple price components and all will come. So this, as I said, it's a very big topic. We'll discuss it during later classes. Okay. So this is the function of customer pricing procedure. It helps you to determine the correct pricing procedure. Let's go back again. You see, though we have this price group, again we have another field called price list. You see, again we can have grouping of customers who will say the same base price. Okay, in one company, I think I have seen one organization who was using this price list. This also helps in reporting as well. But for definition purpose, you can just remember it's a grouping of customer who will share the same sort of pricing. Okay. Uh, these all fields, I would say, just remember the definition. Customer statics group. This will controls whether to update the customer sales data into LIS. LIS is again another functionality in SAP. Whenever you create anything, let's say order delivery invoice, system updates some sort of reporting that we call it LIS. Okay, as I said, I've seen very rare company who is using this LIS feature. But let's say if someone asks you what is the function of this customer static group, then you need to tell that this field controls whether to update that customer sales data into LIS or not. What is LIS? Logistic Information System. That's it. You don't have to remember, you don't need to understand what exactly this logistic information system is. You just understand this logistic information system is some sort of reporting. That's it. For fresher, they will not ask you more on this. If you answer this much also, we are good. Okay, so this is all you see. Now we are coming into shipping tab. If you go to customer, you see we are done here. This is another field relevant for settlement management. Since it is here, so let me tell you. Let's say in real world also sometimes the business happens like this. Okay, if you buy, let's say 1 lakh rupee worth of gold this month, I'll give you some sort of discount at the end of month, right? So that functionality we call it as a settlement management in S4 HANA. Earlier it was we were calling it rebate. Okay, that functionality completely got changed from ECC to HANA. Okay, settlement management or condition contract management we call it in S4 HANA. The table, the functionality, the process, everything got changed. That's another, you can say it's a kind of different module altogether, but if you know, it's good. But for the master data purpose, you just need to see if you checkbox this, if you click on this checkbox, then only this customer is relevant for that rebate thing. If you don't put this checkbox, this is one of the parameter. Okay, there are few parameter or prerequisite. If you have seen, let me go to that sales of, you must have seen similar kind of. options in the sales org level as well. If you go to enterprise structure, definition, sales and distribution, let's say I'm opening anything. So you see here also we have the set similar kind of checkbox. So rebate proactive. So if you until unless you put this checkbox, the rebate or the settlement management will not work for this sales org. If you put this checkbox, then only it will work. And why we have given this option at two places? Maybe for this sales org, I want this condition contract or the settlement management to be active, but I only want for some 10 customer only. So if I don't have this control at a customer master level, and if I put that checkbox at the sales org level, all the customer will be relevant for settlement management that I don't want. So this is why you see SAP gives all the options. In the customer master also you get this option. So if you don't put this checkbox, even though your sales org is relevant for your settlement management, your customer is not relevant. So your customer will be the business will happen normally with this customer. You don't give any discount at the end of month based on the volume or anything. Okay. So this is the function of this field. Now let's go to shipping. Any confusion till now in ship order type? Because we will be using these three tabs as I said. Shipping, billing, order. These three are most important for our SAP SD data in the customer master. Any confusion so far?
No. Even for Deepak, for partner functions, actually,
Yeah.
if we have to look at it, like, do we also configure those also, like how it happens? Let's say,
Yeah, that also we configure. We have that option. Let's see if time permits, we will discuss this partner function today itself. If not, we will do shipping billing and then I'll go to partner function as well.
okay, 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 okay.
Everything is configured. See, SAP is all about configuration. You see, there are four options coming, right?
Yeah. No,
Let's
no.
say
I mean to say, like you told, we are going to be focusing more on orders, shipping, and billing.
mostly,
Like,
see, as a fresher, see, as I said, we will be focusing. So I talk in terms of fresher perspective. Okay, nobody
correct,
will
correct.
ask you how you configure partner function. In at least in the fresher level, nobody will ask you. If you know, if you someone asks what is partner function, if you tell them, okay, in SAP we have different kind of function sold to party pair. And let's say I am purchasing a goods from Flipkart, but I'm not buying it from myself. I'm buying it from my brother. Then
Yeah.
I am the sold to party. I
Yes.
will be paying the goods. Okay,
Hmm.
I will be the bill to party, but who I'm shipping to my brother. So in
Brother.
that case,
Okay.
the shipping
That will
part
be different,
that
right?
will be
That
different
number
code.
will be different.
Exactly. So if you
Okay.
tell this much also, this is enough. Let's
Okay.
say I am the person, but the payer is someone else. Let's say you are paying the bill. So I can
Yeah.
put your number here and I can put my
Okay.
number
Okay.
here. So this is how SAP works. Okay.
Okay.
So
So
there are multiple.
it won't be able to do it automatically. We'll have to like put those according to what the information we have got for the sales order, right?
No, see this data we maintain customer master, right? Again, you see
Yeah.
sold to ship to bill to pair. Generally, this is most commonly used for function. Okay, there are other than like sales, employee, contact person, forwarding agent. Let's say you are this customer always gets his good delivered with one certain vendor or let's say transporter. So that detail also you can maintain here. Okay, when it comes in
Okay.
sales order, if you go to your header and if you go to yeah, partner, yeah, here it's partner. You see. So now see one thing. This sold to party is grayed out.
You can't change.
You can't change it. But other
Okay.
partner function I can change. As I said again, it's a master data. It has taken from my customer, but I can change it away also. Right? Here
Got it.
also, if
Got
I
it.
want to change, I
Understood.
can change it. Okay. We'll
Makes
discuss
sense.
it. We'll discuss. Let's
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
go
No
one by
problem.
one. We will discuss this as well slightly. Okay.
Done. Done.
So where we were, yeah, we were into shipping. So in order, any confusion till now, you can just go through. You can just click, as I said, you can just click here and you can go to help menu and you can read those documents, the information which SAP provides. It will help you. Initially, it may looks confusing, but as I said, these all are not mandatory. Okay, this is something which is mandatory because if you don't maintain this, let's try it right away. Let me remove this customer pricing procedure for now. Okay, let's say I've deleted this. I've saved the document. Let me save the customer. Okay, so now what I did, I have removed this customer pricing procedure. If I go to VA01. I think it will still determine, but let me see. Then I will explain you how it is determining. You see, it is still determined. It is not shown me that error that pricing procedure could not be determined. Okay, if I go to item, if I go to condition, and if I go to analysis, you see, still I got my pricing procedure determined. Why? Let me open that OBVK, and we have used this is 1010 10 00. Yeah, so this was our criteria, right? But why it has taken A1002 still, even though I have even though if I have not maintained my customer pricing procedure,
Because one above the field, the customer pricing procedure, even if it's not there blank, it is considering
right?
like the
Why it
first
is
one.
taken? Because of this
Yeah.
entry, if it's blank means it's applicable for everyone. If it's customer pricing procedure is blank, system comes, okay, the sales area is matching and customer procedure is blank, so system has taken this pricing procedure. Understood? And let's say if I remove, or let's say I will change it, or let's say, what do you say, 01 was there, right? Let us check some other value here in our customer maybe. Let us change it, and let's put some random value and hope that is not maintained. I think yesterday QV was there. Let's maintain W. Let's hope W is not there. 1010 10 00. I don't see any entry for W. So hopefully now this time we will get that error. Okay, now I try to create my sales order. Whether I saved that customer or not. Yeah, I saved it. So now let's say I'm trying to create my order. It will throw me that error that pricing goes could not be determined. See why? Because this data is matching the sales area, uh, the distribution channel, the document pricing procedure. But for W we don't have any entry here. You see,
Hmm.
if you click here, as I said, it will give you all the information. If you click here, you see, even if it tells the table as well. 683B. Let's say you don't understand what is this pricing procedure and all. So if you open this table also, you will get that idea what this table is saying. Okay.
Okay.
Uh, okay. Not that. So understood the function of that. Let's go to shipping now. Let's again change it back to 01 so that we can use this customer for testing. 01. There is no other function with this field. You can maintain anything, not only 0 to 1, 0 to. The only thing is whatever you are maintaining here, that determination should be also be available here only. Then only your pricing procedure will come. Else pricing procedure will not come, and you will not be able to save your order. And I said pricing is the important thing in sales order, so you cannot save that. Okay, now let's go to shipping. Okay, I think we are already 11. So let's stop here only. We'll discuss the shipping maybe a day after tomorrow. Okay. Any confusion so far?
No, Deepak, no.
Okay. So you can create your own customer as I said. Maybe you create your own customer and try to replicate the same order, but try with your own customer. Okay. And then you see what kind of error you get. So you
Yeah,
will.
I created up to like yesterday what you done like sales order and inquiry also I created.
Hmm.
But someone is maintaining the wrongly maintained like yesterday what you get at the pricing procedure.
Right.
Yeah, they maintained Y1 was like the maintained
Someone will change that knowledge. We cannot control that because we
yeah,
don't know
yeah.
who is.
Standard one also they are changing the so
Right.
I get it.
So that those things will happen. So that's why we will what we will do. As you have seen, we have already created our org structure here. Right. So we will create our own document type also. We will create our own customer. We will create our own material.
Yeah.
So generally, people don't. Let's assume that people will not touch all this because this is anyway Z. So let's hope that people will not touch these values. Okay, and then we will try to create the all order to invoice with our own data. Okay, so we
Okay.
always play around with our own data, and you can understand the difference quickly. We'll change one field, then we'll see the impact. Okay.
Okay.
So let's cover this customer master, material master. This is important thing actually. So it may take some time, but this is important. This customer material. As I said, there are only 4 or 5 master data we have in SAP SD. Customer material, pricing data. Okay. Item proposal you can also say a master data, but generally in interview you don't say it. You only say customer material, CMIR, customer material info record, and pricing master data. So these four, if you say, this is enough for master data for from the SAP SD perspective.
Okay.
Okay, so let's spend some good time, and then so that when you will do the other further configuration, you will understand better. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So are we good to close?
Yeah, Deepak.
Anyone any confusion? If not, yeah, then let's close. Happy Holi to everyone. Let's play good.
Thank
Celebrate.
you.
Happy Holi, Deepak.
Okay, same to you. Okay, let's meet day after tomorrow then. Bye bye.
Bye bye.
Bye bye, Deepak.
Bye
Happy
bye.
Holi.
Bye. Happy Holi. Same to you. Bye bye.